Happening, people. Thank you muchly for tuning in. It's Beer Monster o'clock. And for today's review, I have a German wheat beer. It is a bottle of Erdinger Oktoberfest. Of course, it's not one of the official Oktoberfest beers. There's only 6 of them, and this ain't one of them. There is some confusion about that. But anyway, let's review it anyway. I picked it up in Aldi's. It was only £2 for a tarted up version of Erdinger. That's not too bad, really, is it? The Oktoberfest beers, they tend to be like the normal versions on steroids. They just up the ABV a bit and the flavour, and they tend to be better as well. So let's see if this is better. I've got to confess, I'm not the biggest fan of Erdinger. It's okay. It's just not got that wow factor, Erdinger, for me, which some of the other Weissbiers do. It's just an okay wheat beer. It lacks flavour and body and that some of the other ones do. But let's give this a chance. This might be better. I hope so. There's a little look at your bottle. You got, it looks very Oktoberfesty, doesn't it? You got the old Steins out. And I think a couple of girls. Look, a couple of girls. I forget what their them suits are called. Is it something Hausen? Let me know in the comments. I always forget it. I don't know why. I do know the name. It just goes out my head. There's a little bottle cap, same as a normal one as far as I can remember. Yeah, 500ml bottle. Of course, it's a wheat beer. £2 now. It's 5.7%. Normal Erdinger, I think it's 5.1 or 2. Might be 5.2 actually. So yeah, it's 0.5% higher. Will that make any difference? Only one way to find out, isn't there? Right, let's get in the glass. Let me know if you picked up this Oktoberfest, non-official Oktoberfest beer, and what were your thoughts on it? Did you find it better than the original Erdinger, or perhaps you're a massive fan of the original Erdinger? Let me know. I just personally don't think it's as good as some of the other options available. Even like in the UK, like I'd rather pick up a bottle of Frankie or Snyder Weiss or Weinsafana, that sort of thing, Erdinger is probably the most readily available, isn't it? Well, it is the most readily available and perhaps the most popular, which is a shame because wheat beer is not the most popular style of beer for some strange reason, because it's bloody lovely. But if most people are going in there trying Erdinger and thinking they all taste like that, yeah, I can see why, I suppose. Well, not that I think it's bad, I just don't think it's as good as the others. So I always say there's levels to the game. Right, it's in the glass, most of it anyway. See if we can get the rest of it in there in a bit and see if we get any yeasty goodness on the bottom. There's a little look at your beer. Your nuts level carbonation in this. Really small, fine bubbles going crazy. It's quite light in colour. It's lighter than it looks on camera actually. It's almost like an orangey, hazy, golden colour for me, with a great big pillowy soft looking head. There you go. You always get a good head with the old wheat beers. If you want to calm it down a bit, you can wet your glass, which I did here, but it seems to have dried off a little bit. Right, see if we can get a bit more in here. Right, that'll do for now. Let's get the nose in there and check out the aroma of this German Oktoberfest beer. It's not really an Oktoberfest beer because there's only 6 of them and this ain't one of them. The first thing I'm getting is a bit of spice, which is normal. I'm not really getting no banana. There is like a candied kind of smell about it, like a candied smell, but it's not banana for me. Bit of caramel. It smells quite sweet. Not massively, but there is a sweetness there. Bready. Yeah, it smells alright, but lack of nana. I mean, that's one of my favourite things, is a nice banana-y taste about these Weissbiers, and I can't smell it in this, but I might be able to taste it. Don't matter too much if I can't smell it, as long as I can taste it. Right, do we get any yeasty goodness at the bottom? Moment of truth. Give it a good swirl. That don't look good, does it? Right. No, didn't make no difference whatsoever that I can detect. No floaters, no yeasty goodness, which is a shame, but I'm going to chuck it down my big fat neck and stop talking a load of crap, see what it's like, see if it's any good. It's not bad. It's first impressions, it's better than the normal Erdinger. It's got more flavour. It's slightly richer. Got sort of a medium body on this one. Quite a heavy carbonation though. Perhaps a little bit too much for me for the style. I didn't get no banana, which is a shame because I absolutely love the banana, the taste in the wheat beer, and I'm just not getting it. Let's go again. But I am getting that candied kind of taste. Kind of candied yeast, almost like a Belgium sort of taste from it. Which is nice. It's nice in its own right. It's different. It's just not what I was expecting. And despite the fact it is nice and a clear improvement from the normal Erdinger, and I'm enjoying it, it just doesn't have that wow factor. It's just lacking that. Normally when I try a Weissbier, almost all of them, I take my first mouthful and I'm like, wow, you know, yeah, banana, lovely, spicy, clove. This ain't quite doing it. Well, that is still decent. But that's what the normal Erdinger is like for me as well. It's just lacking that wow factor. There's like a caramel and bready sort of maltiness to it. And as I say, that candied kind of fruity taste. I can't work out what fruit it is, but it ain't banana for me. It's like a candied fruitiness about it. Slightly grainy as well. It's a little bit sweeter than what I would like. It's not like massively sweet. It's not horrible sweetness. It's a little sweeter. It's a lot more on the sweeter side for a Weissbier. And I'm not the biggest lover of sweetness. It's definitely not too sweet, but it's just I would prefer a little bit less of it, less of that sweetness. But it's nice. It's nice. It's a little bit different. I like the fact it's different, and it's definitely quite a big jump up from the normal Erdinger. But where's the banana? Where's the clovey spice? There is a bit of a spice to it, but it's not really jumping out at you, grabbing hold of you and saying, "Drink me, I'm beautiful." It's just sort of, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, you know, and I want to be wowed. Especially as it's a Oktoberfest version. I want to drink it and go, yeah, you know, like I did with all the other Oktoberfest beers. If this was an official Oktoberfest beer, for me it'd be the worst one. Yeah, I think I even prefer the Spaten, which I thought was the worst one out of a bottle anyway. I have seen some people review it out of a keg, and apparently it's a lot better on keg, and that really wouldn't surprise me. Because a lot of people I see do it, you know, I do sort of trust their opinions and that, and I think some of them tried it out of the bottle as well, and yeah, the general sense is not the best out of a bottle, but great on keg. Anyway, what am I talking about Spaten for? Going again. Of course, it's wheaty. It's a wheat beer. Is there the slightest hint of banana coming through? Possibly. As I'm getting further down, as the beer's warming up a bit. But if it is there, it's very minute and it's just not enough. There's like a crisp dryness towards it at the end as well. It does have its good points. And it does have its bad points, but it's just not the one for me. but it still deserves a half decent score for me, because it's not a bad beer at all. It's just not as good as some of the other ones that I've just tried better. That's what it boils down to. If this was the first ever wheat beer I tried, I may get that wow factor from it. But I've tried some of the best ones in the world, and for me, it's the league below. It's not in the big boy league, you know. It's close, but it's just not. It's no cigar for me. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. You know, it's still a respectable mark. It's still a respectable beer. It doesn't quite have the bollocks to it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and smash the like button if you have. Especially if you've made it this far. I really do appreciate you. Thank you to all my subscribers as well that can continue to tune in, and that I really do appreciate every single one of you. And if you're not subscribed, there's a button down there. Think about subscribing. It's free. And yeah, especially if you've enjoyed the review, you can check out some of the other content and all that. Until the next one, guys. Bye bye, darlings.